Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mr. Healthy Habits Show. You know what? I think I'm going to change the name now. Instead of the Mr. Healthy Habits podcast, you are listening to the Mr. Healthy Habits Show. Because that's what this is, man. It's just one big fucking show. It's just one big freaking show for you guys. Okay, so today we are going to talk about motivation and discipline and self-control and all of these things that the weight loss industry, among other weight loss professionals, have convinced you that you need in order to achieve your goals. Now, I'm going to sit here and tell you right now that that's a whole lot of bullshit. It really doesn't come down to discipline or motivation or self-control or any of these virtues. I want you to believe all of these things are already within. It's not like you have to look at your weight loss goals and tell yourself, convince yourself even, oh, if only I had motivation, if only I had discipline, if only I had self-control. We look at people on YouTube and on Instagram and see these people, these fitness models and whatnot, and think, geez, I wish I had their motivation or their discipline or their self-control or their restraint. They must be motivated people. And I'm going to argue here that that's really just a load of crap. I've been at both ends of the spectrum. I've been Mr. 330 pounds. And I'm not going to say too fitnessy, but I mean, I think I could rock a tank top pretty well. And let's see, I mean, it's a journey that I've been on here for about 7 years now. So I can say that I've been on both ends of the extreme spectrum. You know, I mean, I get up every morning at 4 a.m. and go in the garage and work out consistently. But I'm going to argue that's not because I'm disciplined. That's just because I have momentum. And let's look at this here from a different perspective. Let's take Mr. 330 pound me. Did he lack discipline, self-control, motivation, while new me has all these things? I'm going to argue that that's a myth. That is a myth. What I do here today is easy for me. It's easy for me to get up at 4 a.m. and work out and to eat healthy, eat mostly freaking salads every single day and watch what I eat. That's easy for me. It takes literally no effort. I don't have to be disciplined or have self-control or motivation to find that. It's just an autopilot program in my mind that has been set and forgot and does all on its own. At this point, it would be a lot more difficult for me not to get up at 4 a.m. and work out than it is to actually get up that early and go in the garage. It's a lot more difficult for me to stop. Doing these things is just something that I kind of automatically do and can't even help these days. I don't think I could stop if I wanted to. I've just built up so much momentum at this point. I'm the snowball getting bigger and bigger with more momentum as it rolls down the hill. And that's just how it eventually will become for you. If you look at this as a matter of building momentum, not some kind of virtue like discipline that you need to go outside and find. It's not about that. It's about building momentum slowly over time. And how do we build momentum? You build momentum by taking one step at a time, putting one foot in front of the other, making small changes that add up to big results in the end. That's how you sustain weight loss. It's not about some fad diet or some trick or keto or low carb or anything like that. I mean, I'll address all that in another episode. I mean, Bruce Lee himself famously said that if it helps you in a fight, you should learn to use it. So I'll never be one here to sit here and discourage anyone's method towards achieving a healthier them. However you do it, God bless you for it, and you keep pushing. But understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, and you're not going to just go ahead and say, okay, starting November 1st, I'm going to be a vegan, or I'm going to be a carnivore diet, or this or that or that or this. It's about small changes over time. It's about building up that momentum. Now let's go back to 330-pound me here for a second. He is the one that took the most difficult steps. He is the one that had absolutely no momentum going for him and decided that he was going to push that boulder up that hill and make one step at a time. When I first started, I remember taking my little boy and putting him in one of those baby bajorans and looking myself in the mirror and saying, you know what, I've got to start walking. And I took him down the street and then came back. And my shins and my legs were in so much pain from just that walk. It was a real coming to Jesus moment here that I had, looking myself in the mirror when I got back. I couldn't carry my baby boy down the street. That's how far gone I was. Did he lack motivation and discipline? No. What he did is a lot more difficult than what I do now. He believed in himself. I didn't know how far I was going to take this, but I just knew that if I could lose just 5 pounds, small steps, if I could lose just 5 pounds, I might add a year to my life. And that is something that still strikes me to the core to look back at and think about to this day. He is the one that had a hell of a battle in front of him and took those steps. He had motivation. He had discipline. Everything was already within. And so the message that I'm trying to get across here to everyone, if you're listening to this and you've got 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 200 pounds to lose, don't let the diet industry, don't let YouTube professionals or any weight loss advice guru convince you that you need to go out and find some kind of virtue like motivation or discipline. You need to believe that everything that you already have is within. Don't let finding some external thing be what holds you back. What you need is momentum. That is the one thing that I have today that 330-pound me did not have. It wasn't some kind of virtue. You might sit here and look at people and then think if I had momentum or if I had motivation or discipline, things would be different. But I'm going to tell you right now, just because I've lost a lot of weight, that doesn't mean that I've got more motivation or more discipline than you. Maybe your house is cleaner than mine. Maybe your yard works better than mine. Maybe you can control your impulse buying and your financial house is in much better order than mine. It's not that you lack any sort of virtue that you need to go outside and find. Everything is within. I need you to tell yourself that and fully believe it. Everything you need to achieve your weight loss goals is already inside you. It's not outside where you need to find it. The only thing that you need to do is build momentum. And don't plan on getting that ball rolling 100 miles an hour right off the gate to the point where it just starts rolling all on its own. It takes time. It takes time. And you do it by putting one foot in front of the other. And I'll leave you here with a favorite quote of mine from Barack Obama, who said once in a speech, "Don't wait for the perfect message." Don't wait for the perfect message. It's not going to come. Everything is already within you. You just need to get up and put one foot in front of the other, as I did. God bless you all. And thank you so much here for listening to me this morning. And I do appreciate you. And I hope you come back for another listen. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Mr. _healthy_habits. or at Philosophical Reminders. That's philosophical.reminders. You can also follow me on YouTube. I've got a channel there that I'm working on, and I'm going to be putting podcasts out here every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, God willing. So again, thank you so much. I hope you have a freaking awesome day. Take care.